I think every 12th wave you get an additional spider. So like on the first level, I think on the first level you get 2, and then it's 1 spider until the next, till it loops around. One loop is 12 levels. So you get 2 on the first wave. I can't even remember, and I play this game all the time. You get 2 on the first wave, and then at the end of that loop you get 3. And then at the end of that loop you'll have, and then for the rest of that loop you have 2. And then at the next time you loop you'll have a 4 spider wave, and then it'll go back to 2 for 11 rounds. And then you'll have a 5, and then it'll just keep that pattern of having like every 12th wave is like a super fucking death wave. They are hard to survive. Oh, yeah, it's number of spiders that will be on the board at the same time. So in Centipede, I think you're only ever going to have 1. There can only be 1 spider on the board. It won't make any more. And that's what I'm referring to, is the number of spiders that are actually going to freaking be there giving you problems at the same time, which can get up to 8. Nice. I've never gotten there, and that's the thing. I have actually never gotten there. I think my best is 4. I think I've made it to 4 or 5 before, maybe 5, on a good game. But yeah, I've never gotten to 8. My Millipede PB is I think like 220, maybe 230, maybe 250. I kind of doubt that, though. Go, Smack God, where are you when I need you? We got a great wall forming here in the middle, so I'm going to be opportunistic and kind of clear out both of these sides and just see what we wind up with. Which way are they going? Another thing about Millipede, there are more things. One is that the segments will split up. So in this one, in Centipede, I think you always get like a complete... All the segments are attached to each other, right? The Centipede is one unit. And in Millipede, you actually get individual segments. So instead of just getting a whole unit of Centipede, you have to deal with these little teeny segments as they race around. And that gets tough. Yeah, we got the good wall. All right. So this is pretty good. Not foolproof yet, but we're definitely getting there. So this is the first part of the strategy in action here. We have succeeded in creating a pretty good barrier. And all the Millipedes... I almost died to that spider. All the Millipedes are going to start coming down right over here. And now if I just kind of ignore the left side here, or the right of me, I'm just going to ignore that for a little while. And what's going to happen is... more pillbugs are going to fall eventually, and they're going to fill in. Here they are. And they're going to fill in some of that wall for me. And that just kind of happens if I just ignore that. And that's just going to make it harder for these things to get over here. They might break out, and this is where the strategy gets a little precarious. But this is also where things change. Because now I'm no longer going for the Millipede segments. I'm isolated over here. So what do? Well, I can shoot mushrooms for one thing. They're worth 20 points each, or 40 if they're poisoned. I can shoot scorpions. They're worth 1,000 each, and sometimes we get these random waves of big scorpions, which is awesome. And I can also shoot spiders and wait until the inevitable demise. I do want to shoot these mushrooms because, like I said, they are worth small amounts of points. I'd like the wall to be a little firmer here before I start chopping out some on my right. But now we're presented with a new problem. As you may have seen if you've seen me play this already, notice that the millipede segments, centipede segments from the top are they just keep coming. They just keep showing up. They will never stop showing up, ever. In the arcade, they definitely would. And this is a strat from the old arcade game, basically, is to just hang out and do this, because in the arcade, if they're trapped, they're just going to stay trapped. But in this one, they keep pouring in constantly. And so that means that eventually I will create a buttload of lag. And so now we need good RNG. What we need is the Ghost power-up, and you can feel free to spam some Ghost emotes in chat to help us out with that. Because now I'm on borrowed time. Eventually, this will lag out so hard that I will not be able to control. And I will pretty much be playing in the dark, like with my eyes closed. And after that, I will inevitably crash into something and I will just die. So to prevent that, there's a couple of things that we could do. One, we could get the Ghost, which will send all the segments away and let them fill back up again and let me stay here and keep doing this. We could get bombs, which is the backup plan. Not ideal, but it would blow up the wall and presumably let some of them out, and we could build the wall again, reduce the lag. Basically, we want to let off pressure. That's essentially what's going on here. There's like pressure building up in the form of lag, and we want to basically hang out here and vent off pressure while not actually breaking the wall and having to actually go and fight them anymore, because there becomes to just be an overwhelming amount of them. You're not going to fight these. And the fact that I couldn't figure out a way to just consistently stay alive was what led me to work on this strat in the first place. The board is too wide. I cannot physically maintain and control all this area. So instead, just use this literally the same trick from the arcade. So yeah, so here we are. We're just on borrowed time. We will start to lag out when that happens. I will actually turn my graphics settings down because it will buy me some time. And if I can, I'd like to shoot those pill bugs because they're worth a little more than the mushrooms they drop. But yeah, now all I really want to do is just hang out and shoot whatever comes by. I'm not going to touch that. If I do, it will draw a line of bombs, and that might blow up the wall in a way that I don't want it to. So I'm actually going to save that. That's kind of a last resort. I figure I got maybe 2 or 3 or 4 more spiders before I start getting lagged on pretty hard. You can kind of gauge time in the spider cycles. I can shoot some more mushrooms just to get something. Gets me some small amount of points, and the scores being actually pretty close. My score is like less than 2,000 away from the top score. Also, I'm kind of trying to focus on the game right now, so if I miss you in chat, sorry. Get back to you in a sec. I want to stay away from the left, because if I get too close to the left, the spider will spawn and kill me. I've had that happen too many times in every single iteration of Centipede I've ever played, and it's not happening here. So I just kind of leave those mushrooms on the left, even though I could be shooting them, because I haven't done it yet, but I will eventually. Yeah, see that spider right there? They're just waiting. They're just waiting for me to not be paying attention. Oh, I mean, y'all are welcome to just hang out. I mean, you know, it's all good. If you want a conversation card, that's fine. But I don't mind, you know, just hanging out. Just that since chat's in my peripheral, I have to, like, actually look away from the... Or not in my peripheral. I have to actually look away from the game in order to read chat. Normally, you're right in my peripheral vision, and I don't have to look away. That's part of my secret. I have chat in my peripheral vision. You're like, how do you talk when you play this? It's because I'm looking at the game and chat at the same time. Yeah, we want the Scorpons. We want everything. And again, poison mushrooms are worth slightly more, so I could shoot them. Now there might even be better strats than this. This just works. There might be a way to like get them so that they're like never gonna hit you, but you can hang out and shoot them forever. That would bleed off the pressure that's building up from the lag. There may be better plays than this, but this is certainly effective, and I like it. I just think running this meta in particular is just funny, and it just makes for a fun run. So yeah, 'cause we got to either get lucky or do something kind of drastic. Here it comes. Okay. Oh, wait. Don't do this. Hang on. Not right now. Yeah, wait until there's nothing around me so that when I unpause, I won't immediately die. So we're going to turn the graphics down and turn the FPS down. Is it possible to make a horizontal wall? Yes, it is, but it's you have far more space to cover. Vertical is way more desirable. Wow, damn. You could make a horizontal wall, but yeah, just look at the amount of space you'd have to cover versus the vertical wall. Because remember, I can't cross this purple line, so you only have to cover this much verticality versus the entire horizontal width of the board. You could do that with bombs, I guess, but then if you shoot the bomb, then you just blow it all up, so you lose your line anyway. Plus, it's easier because I can't accidentally shoot at mushrooms on my right, but I can accidentally shoot up, and I will at some point need to do that to survive. So I think it's far more practical to have the middle wall. Okay, here it comes. We're all the way to the danger zone. So we need a ghost power-up or something else that will clear this lag in the next few. Okay, there's a bomb. Now, I can't hit them, but I can chain react with them. So at this point, anytime I see a bomb power-up, I'm going to take it and just let come what may. Yep, because now we got the big-time lag zone. So now I'm kind of playing with my eyes closed. And I can still play a little bit, but my accuracy and movement have gone way down, and I basically have to like think like K-Tune and just like press the direction I want to go and just do the action. Oh, geez. Okay, this is really good. Okay, I'm going to try to set these off, so get ready for the big lag. That didn't chain react the other ones. Okay, that's unfortunate, but we're still alive and can still kind of play. Guess I should be firing. I can't really aim, I can't really move, I can't really do anything right now. I'm just hoping that I can get under that spider. Straight up, straight down, straight to the left. Oh, big bomb. That's a good thing. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Okay, now the new strat. Oh, I'm still getting lagged on. Okay, okay. Now, okay, lag reduced. Now, the new strat is just hide. I'm not trying to fight these things. They'll freaking kill me. Yeah, new strat is just hide and hope this just kind of goes away. Yep, got all the time in the world. No, I don't have all the time in the world because, whoa. I got lag. Oh, the game. Whoa. Okay, that was cool. I don't even know what happened. The music stopped. The music freaking crashed, yo. Okay. I think I got to my bombs. Well, the music crashed. That's wild. Okay. Well, now we got Oh yeah, that was good. That was a very good thing. That was a great thing. See, the wall is formed again, and the lag is reduced, and now I can live to try that another day. Cool. Well, that worked out. That worked out splendidly, really. I don't want to touch this because I'm not ready to bail on it yet, and I don't want to accidentally create that scenario. Oh, and I could bust them out. Well, I got some bombs over there. Okay, cool. Well, that worked out flawlessly, except we crashed the music, so we'll have to turn that back on. Kind of creepy in here. Kind of spooky in here without music. That explosion got me 25K. Hell yeah. That's another good reason to activate the bombs in a final ditch effort. I could have gone for that bomb line earlier, except I would have then been blocked off on some vertical, and it would be very easy to accidentally shoot that upward. Okay, hey, we're just riding along now. I'm about, if I get 100K, I'm 100K off. Hey, have a good night, Om. Thanks for always being there for me, mate. I really appreciate that. I know that sounds corny, but you're a really kind person. Good friend. Well, if that's corny, then corn me up. From The Simpsons. Anyhow. Man, it's so spooky quiet in here. Maybe I could crash the music back on. I want that lucky ghost. That's not a lucky ghost. That's not a lucky ghost either. I'll take some lucky Scorpons, though. Man, the music just pieced out. No more. The band quit. They walked off stage. Guitar player got all mad halfway through the set. Drummer had finally had enough and just freaking threw his sticks down, and that was it. The bass player is back there trying to make friends with everybody, like, come on, guys, we've been through a lot. How did the music crash? We created a massive explosion that eviscerated it from all the face of reality. That's it. We destroyed music. I'm like the villain in some Dickensian fantasy novel. There will never be music again. Yeah, I hate music. The sound of laughter and happiness fills me with anger. That's not true. In fact, that's the opposite. Give me the damn ghost. I want a lucky ghost. That's what I want. If you gave me one, I would be glad. If you don't, then I'll die. It's not that hard, guy. Need a lucky ghost or I'm dead. I'll make my own soundtrack. A centipede. It's got those centipedes. Really have got the need to get some centipedes. Holy moly. This is the best. Now that's a bit of lag. Sweet. Freaking sweet. I think we should probably be able to get to the score before we get lagged on again. I remember I need 270. That would break the title. Don't be a dumb ass. What are you doing, brother? Oh my god. All right, pressure's on. I'm gonna go into focus mode here for a minute. Even though there's like, this is like so chill, but it's also just like so tense. I don't want it. Nah, I'll be a little bit safer. The bomb would probably give me the big points, but nah, we can get it in another way. So quiet. This is the quietest high score I've ever gotten. Something, something, fire and ice. Don't really have a great rate right now. Like, I'm not really scoring points very quickly, but that's how it's got to be. But sorry if I'm missing you in chat. I'm just kind of focus mode here till I get there. Sheesh, we might get lagged on even. Yeah, it's starting up again. We got those bombs, though. If all else fails. Okay. 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 That's awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. Coolest thing ever. I think those will chain react. Okay, we're almost there. Just gotta make sure I pull the plug on that before it's too late. All right, here we go. Okay. I think when I cross the score, well, I mean, I just wait till I get the lag. There's no reason. I have no reason to be feisty here. Other than I'm just afraid of dying right at the end. Yeah, other than I'm just afraid of dying right at the freaking finish line. 260. I bet if I just blew the bombs up, I would get the damn score. $261. Is it time? There it is. There it is. There it is. World record. All right, now we just put it up to the sky. Excellent. Whew. Thanks for being here, chat. Thank you. Now we just put it up as high as we can. We may not pass this way again for some time. Uh-oh. Oh, they seem to have found us. That's bad. Oh, no, they're going away again. This is terrible. Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I want the 300 if you please. Do we go for this? Fuck it, let's go. Oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have done that. Now I got a little cocky there. I said F it when I shouldn't have done that. Should have just been chill. Oh well, we're fine. Yeah, we're probably fine. This is probably fine. Oh, I got cornered. I got cornered, man. There it is. Global #1. Nice. There it is.